The first man died before his boots touched the rug. The second, slower, he tried to speak, tried to plead, his mouth only filled with blood. The third ran. I let him. I wanted to see who he'd call. He didn't disappoint. When the phone buzzed in his jacket, I pulled it from the still twitching corpse. One message lit the screen. Make it look like a robbery. Make sure he suffers and begs for mercy. I stared at it for a moment. Not at the words, at the sender. Emma, my wife. A name that used to mean something warm. Now it tasted like metal. So I typed slowly, calmly. Job done. Bring the rest of the cash. Then I sat in the dark, waiting for her. She thought she was coming to pay for my execution. Instead, she was walking into my proof. The betrayal wasn't a sharp moment. It was a bruise that deepened over weeks, months, small things, shifts in tone. Her laugh when she thought I couldn't hear it. A locked second phone she never explained. My name never spoken when she was on calls, just him. I wanted to believe it was stress, work, burnout, disconnection. But I'd been trained to read intent beneath silence, to watch breath patterns, blinks, micro-expressions. Her eyes never flinched at good news. Her kisses stopped landing. And one night, I caught her looking at me like she was already burying me. That's when I knew. She didn't want out of the marriage, she wanted out of me. Permanently. I played dumb, played soft, the way she remembered me from before the military. I let her think I still balanced spreadsheets instead of breaking necks. Let her believe the guns were for hobby, that I'd grown too tame to fight. I installed a silent keylogger on her devices, monitored her calls, intercepted her emails. The texts came first. A burner phone, messages to an unmarked number, photos of my routine, times I slept, showered, walked the dog. She was planning it like a boardroom takedown. Then came the cash transfers, $40,000 wired to a fake plumbing company that didn't even have a website. That's when I knew she'd pulled the trigger. That's when I stopped pretending. The night they came, I'd already prepared the house. No cameras, no alarms, just darkness and silence. I waited behind the bookshelf, knife sheathed in reverse grip, breath steady. 3 masked men, 2 ex-cons, 1 junkie. Sloppy, amateurs. I dispatched them like ghosts. 1 move, 2, 3. Silent, efficient. But it wasn't over. I searched their pockets, found the phone, found the text. Make it look like a robbery. Make sure he suffers. I read it 5 times. Not because I didn't understand, because I wanted to feel nothing. And I did. Just cold, white clarity. I took her words and fed them back to her. Job done. Bring the rest of the cash. She replied instantly, I'll be there in 20. Of course she would. She came in through the side door, hair tied, no makeup, a plain duffel bag in one hand. Money. She thought she was coming to pay for a corpse. When she stepped into the living room and saw me sitting in the chair, alive, arms crossed, she froze. Her mouth fell open. No. I tossed the burner phone at her feet. You texted a corpse, I said. She didn't speak, didn't blink. I watched the color drain from her face like ink in water. You hired amateurs. Her lips trembled. I can explain. You don't have to. I stood, calm, measured. I showed her the photos, the call logs, her bank transfers, her messages, all of it, printed and sealed in a manila envelope. 1 copy sent to her parents, another to her firm, and 1 on the table. For the cops, I said. She dropped to her knees. I didn't mean. Stop, I said. She froze. This is what you meant. I left before the sirens came. Didn't look back. Didn't hear her scream after me. I'd already memorized the sound of her lies. I never wanted justice. just the truth. She didn't want to leave me. She wanted me gone so she could keep the house, the image, the life. She gambled that I was weak. She forgot I was trained to survive. She'll remember that now. Every time she sees my face on the police report. Every time someone asks how she could live with herself. And me? I sleep fine. Because sometimes survival isn't living. It's reminding them you were never the prey. I wasn't supposed to be alive, but she'll wish I wasn't.